penny coming in. I want to give this one from Mr. Unreasonable, who gives $100 to PCF, saying, always a huge fan of AGDQ and the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Put this donation to the incentive of the bonus game, Cuphead. Thank you so much. We are just a little over $10,000 away from unlocking Cuphead, and that's going to be coming up in just a couple of games here. So if you want to see Cuphead, because I want to see Cuphead, get your donations in ASAP so we can get that game unlocked. I've got a 250 anonymous donation who says, Happy GDQ 2023, everyone. Uranium Anchor is amazing, fixing the audio with telepathy. I want to give a shout out to UA, to Musical Daredevil, to Mike, to everyone who's back there on production, on tech, to the people who are doing the chat moderation, donations, everyone behind the scenes who you don't get to hear. You just get to hear me. You don't get to hear them. They're amazing. They're doing amazing work keeping this going. And it's a really, really fantastic thing they're doing. I'm going to read one more here. $50 from BioFreak. As a cancer survivor, early detection helped save my life. Great cause, great event. Thank you, AGDQ. Thank you so much for your generous donation. I appreciate you, BioFreak. And now, folks, right now, I've got faith that in a K-Sec, you're going to see some hardcore parkour. We are ready with CodeNameMeteor, who's going to hit you right now with New Game Plus in Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
Okay, so we're just going to start off right now. So we have a bunch of dead time at the start, so we're just going to go straight in. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, welcome to Mirror's Edge Catalyst. We're going to be New Game Plus for you. I'm CodeNameMeteor, and for commentator we have...
Hey,
you want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, I'm MazkuD. I'm a fellow Catalyst runner.
I'm Heki. I'm just kind of around with this game now.
And I'm Alex. I am the world's oldest Catalyst runner.
What the hell?
I'm so excited to show off this game. The game has just been changed so much in the past year. Since I think 2017 SGDQ where Matt showed this off, the game has completely changed. So much stuff has happened, and I'm just so excited to show it. And we're going to show off to Alex, who's just going to explain everything while I focus on this first level of the game.
Yeah. All right, let's go rapid fire. So this has got tons of tech in here, tons of mechanics and everything. You got your wall runs and your wall climbs. You can quick turn out of it, just like any Mirror's Edge parkour kind of game. But to start off, we're going to do the sequence break called Warehouse Skip. The biggest first skip of the game. It's not too difficult. Just grabbing onto some beams here, and you're going to get to the top of it. Nice. And you're skipping an entire tutorial section, breaking the sequence of getting a couple upgrades in your skill tree. So it messes that up, especially for any percent. But fortunately, in New Game Plus, we already have skills that you would normally have to unlock. Next up, we're going to be wall boosting over a gap. Wall boost is pretty much bread and butter for this game as far as speed tech goes, which Meteor will go through later in the run. But it's just a nice big gap. You got to get a boost of speed, and you're able to skip just a little ladder section. Nice and easy. Next up, normally you would be going to the right here, doing billboard skip, where you would just ledgeboard off of there. So a ledgeboard is when you springboard, you get a trampoline-like effect. If you do it from a ledge, it's a ledgeboard. Now he's climbing up to basically skip another kind of tutorial bit. I don't know if you unlock anything on that side or not, but nice, very good. So that was an extended wall climb. He was able to map turn and get an extended wall climb. If you turn the map during a quick turn out of a wall climb, you can actually change which direction Faith is looking and jump out of that in the right direction, and it lets you get a little bit higher. And then one final sequence break, sort of, is the butt skip here. You're literally just hitting a trigger through the door instead of going through the entire warehouse there. It's pretty simple. You just back up into it.
A little slow-mo training section though.
Yeah, the whole training, that's right. Echo skip and all that old school
We've
stuff.
got Alex Skip, biggest skip.
I didn't name it. It's just a corner wall climb where it basically, if you jump out of a wall run right at the edge of the wall, you can turn your camera 180 and get a wall climb out of it, which normally you can't do unless you're pretty much off the wall. And that's kind of it for the sequence breaking, checkpoint abuse kind of stuff. We're just kind of trying to get out of this initial area and get on with the rest of the game. New Game Plus.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Sorry. No. Sorry. I thought I was just going to say the second half is mostly just intended, but with using all of the mechanics we've already learned.
Yeah. We've kind of trivialized it. I mean, it's the first mission of the game. Everyone's run it 1,000 times, so there's tons of crazy stuff you can do. Lots of really, really dangerous things.
It still is like the hardest mission in the whole run.
Yeah.
Even though it's the first one.
Definitely the hardest for sure. Not the most fun, most technical for sure. And it really introduces you to most of the tech in the entire game.
That was a good release.
Yeah, it was great. Go ahead and explain the
indeed.
wall boost and stuff here.
So, wall boost, we do them quite a lot around the run, and basically it's just a way when the game wants to get you onto a wall run, it'll give you a boost of speed to make sure that you actually latch onto the wall properly. But we can actually abuse this by just jumping off the wall immediately, and that'll get added to our speed. And we can get just a small boost from any wall, and that adds up because now you can just get a load of speed anywhere. And then we can even continue that speed with the B-hop, which is, you might have heard it on, it's a lot of different runs, a lot of different games, and it's basically just the internal function of after the wall run jump to make sure you're on ground takes some time. So you're in the wall run state while on the ground. And while that window happens, we can jump, and then we can do another wall run jump and keep with that speed. It's quite handy. And here we've got a little...
Worth noting.
sequence break.
Worth noting, there's a input threshold. You can't just spam jump.
Oh yeah, you can't
You gotta
use
be-
your scroll wheel.
You gotta time those boys very precisely with space.
Just pull another
And then we just did a little
People
cutscene skip.
This'll make a difference, I promise you.
I was gonna say people are way too good at them now. Back in the day, 2 in a row was impressive, and now everyone's like hitting 6 or
Not yet.
stuff like that.
20.
I'm sure you can work something
Yeah.
out. And if not, I'll come with you when you go into exile. We'll own the
Would you say it's frame perfect?
No.
I would 100% frame perfect. Yep.
It is a bit weird because the B-up happens like 1 or 2 frames after you hit the ground. But you'll get used to it when you play the game. Anywho, we're on a
This
mission
is-
of old friends where we just have to. It's a tutorial mission, tutorial all the combat system in the game. The game's telling you to push this card into this card, kick this card into this object, and
I had
you're
enough
just
of
gonna
this crap
fulfill
in
the
prison.
task and get all the guards after that.
We got double kill. Nice. That was a really good old friends.
I saw that, Faith. Told you you couldn't fool
Do
me.
we know why the double kills yet?
I guess they're just close enough where like the hitbox goes into both of them, or some sort of like damage thing that the game tracks.
Nice.
But yeah, okay. We're going to one of the shortest but quite a fun mission called Be Like Water. You're just constantly trying to be it's like flowy, because that's why it's the name,
Dead drop.
and you don't want to lose any focus.
Want to use another dead drop nearby.
And then this is where we introduce a C boost. So if you
Probably responding
wall
to
run on a wall with an object sticking out,
Stay focused all
the game will give you a boost of speed to like make sure you go over the object. But we can also just jump during that window and get a boost of speed higher than a normal wall boost. And that can also be chained with a B-hop. Oh no.
Don't lose your flow.
Oh no, this guy does not want to... Okay, there we go. Sometimes the game can just not do the attack for whatever reason, but it's fine. Here we got the JDM gap, and we get it first try. Nice.
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 It's a lot more difficult than it looks. You have to get like a very good wall boost and then aim perfectly at the corner of the ledge so it will pull you into it. It's not just like on rails. It's very difficult.
And now we got back in the game, which has a really hard trick. We have one chance to get it, called Elevator Clip. Let's hope we get it this run. And we'll just see. Quite a short mission, but I'm not sure. Fast mission.
There's another collision boost coming up. You gotta go for it, Meteor.
Yeah,
Or
of course
TV
I
boost,
am.
collision boost.
Just be a cleaner forgot, but
So it's called a TV boost, but it's just a bigger C boost. There we go, we got it first try.
Nice, nice, nice. Skips that entire zip line, just fly across the gap.
I'm in.
It's not easy to execute, but very looks very nice.
Ooh, the game pushed me off the wall, but it's fine. Doesn't lose too much time, but
I think it's because there's like a hidden C boost there, right? There's just like a little bit of collision.
Yeah.
If you hit it at the right angle, yeah, it's super annoying.
but it's fine. Oh my god, twice in a row.
That's a weird game mechanic where Faith says sometimes let's go with a wall run. I still don't know why it happens exactly, but sometimes it just happens. Faith said let's go.
There we go. Whatever reason happened, but didn't lose that much time, but just not some annoying death screens. And here's elevator clip. Let's hope we get it.
You'll like it better when we're done, Noah. Yeah.
No!
Fortunate.
I think I got it a bit delayed. I couldn't tell the animation. But doesn't lose too much time. We can just reload checkpoint and then immediately grab it here.
The attempt
But no
to
trick.
oh, go on.
The trick is you're basically using that swing pole. If you come at it at the side, you actually keep your momentum going into the wall for a second. You're able to let go and clip through the wall, and then the elevator like pulls you up, and you can get out of the wall.
Actually, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday I happened
Yeah, unfortunately, even if you reload checkpoint, the elevator going back up doesn't actually, reset anymore. That's why we can only try it once in a run, unfortunately. But that's okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, plenty of more skips to come.
Mm-hmm. And now I think are we good through to donations here? Just any couple of donations for the rest of the back of the game.
And I think
Now I've got some if you're ready.
Yeah.
Sure. We've got $50 from Nizati. So happy to finally be watching live day one for once. I don't have much, but I'm happy to be here. Listen, any donation, we love it. $5, $10, your $50 is all going to Prevent Cancer Foundation. Thank you so much, Nizati. We really appreciate you. We've also got $50 or $55 from Mos. Hey, AGDQ, I needed to donate early this year as there are quite some awesome prizes available. Hoping to get the Silent Princess flower I desperately need for my stealth potions. Good luck to the runners and greetings from Austria. $30 from Maddox. Have been watching for years and I want to see the Cuphead speed run. Well, I want to see it too. We are still a little over $10,000 away from unlocking Cuphead, and that's just 3 games away. So if you want to unlock Cuphead, make sure you get your donations in right now.
You can do one more.
Sure, $50 anonymous donation. Long-time watcher, first-time donator. Love seeing all the wacky tricks y'all come up with for the sake of going fast. Thanks for putting on a great show, and good luck with the run. Thank you, Anonymous.
this area is different.
Perfect. So
What are they doing here?
that was kind of just a mechanic heavy room. It's just wall runs and wall climbs, just kind of getting to the top of it. Nothing too crazy.
Basic
Um,
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna prop abort at the end of this?
Should I?
It's up to you.
Well,
Probably reload actually, but yeah.
Later.
My
See you
bad.
next time.
I guess I can show up a bit early. Save a bit of time. Got the deaths.
It's
and-
up to you.
Yeah, let's go for it.
But get out of there. Secret. See what you
Another slow-mo skip. If you just kind of go to the left, going through that glass, it skips the slow-mo animation. Not sure why. I guess you're just kind of missing the trigger, sort of.
Something like that.
So normally after the zip line, we have to run to the safe house. It's common with a lot of missions where you get KSEC and you have to escape them by going to a safe house. But recently, it was discovered last year, a trick called prop reload that allows us to just skip a lot of these sections. We're gonna go a bit more into depth into it when we play a mission coming up with Flytrap. But it basically allows us to like travel to safe houses during missions. Very like similar to the GTA glitch. You just right there, I just walked out of the mission cancel while reloading the checkpoint, and now the game should reload the game. You can see like the mission loading screens changed, even though they've changed the exact same thing. But now, just can teleport straight to a safe house. Skipped a bunch. But there's actually a weird thing here where the game will try to block me, but oh no, it doesn't. Okay, it happened when I was practicing, but I guess not. But there was normally like a little barrier. Skip over, and boom, the mission is done on Savant. This is the shortest mission, the shortest main mission in the entire game, because it's just broken. It was a huge oversight in the mission that the developers didn't see, where we just run to the end and grab a checkpoint which just overrides all the previous ones, and we don't have to do any of it. Yeah, just clipping out the elevator, and there we go. Let's go. And then if I just do a nice wall boost here, there we go. I just jump up, and that's basically all of Savant.
We don't know why there's a ledge in the elevator, but it's very useful, so I'm glad it's there.
Yeah, it's a very
Go ahead.
it's a very boring mission, to be honest, but we can just skip it all.
This was one of the first big skips we found. It was, actually, I think it was the first.
Probably, yeah. Normally the mission takes you all the way to like the top roof of that building. You have to swing across to the next building, and
I'm out.
do a lot of pretty boring platforming, a lot of forced fighting. You fight your way through the building, so really nice that we can just skip the entire mission, just go straight to the end. It's a boring mission speedrun as well, so really glad it exists. That let you in the elevator.
So this is probably one of the fastest and a lot going on levels.
The tune what?
This one's called Benefactor, and I think I'm right in saying it's probably one of the fan favorites.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
It's mostly just completely vertical. I don't even know how to begin explaining what's going on here, but he's just using a bunch of the same mechanics we've already seen, and he's instead of going around the room and looking for the things you need to climb up, he's just going straight up wherever he can. That's pretty much the entire theme of this whole level. Just try not to run around too much and gain height as soon as you can.
I'm guessing that
I think we're going to do another C boost here.
Yep. There we
Yeah.
go.
The employees here.
That one
Big
looks
speed.
incredible. It looks incredibly scary, but
I'm getting them out.
the ledge there is like
The fire alarm should do
the
it.
saving grace, and it will just pull you towards it from really far away.
And then we have the out of bounds section coming up, or the vent skip. Now Meteor's out of bounds normally. Goes down a couple levels and skips this entire slow vent here by just clipping into it. We can just run at it and kick at the vent. What that kick animation causes for our, what is it, Heki? Your hitbox shrinks down during the kick. That allows us to go below the vent, and then after the kick animation is done, we just go down, whoop, flop inside the vent, and we just trigger the vent exit by pressing E.
It was just a generic elevator ride, nothing special to it. Just have to wait. But when we do get to the top, we'll be doing something that we call. It has two names. It has Tune Mass Damper Skip, or we used to call it Fire Alarm Prank. Because the general premise here is to make everyone leave the building and then drop a giant pendulum that will destroy the building. But we actually just make everyone evacuate, and then we climb up here to the level exit and update the mission script, and then we just leave without doing any of the objectives.
I'm enjoying myself.
Nice prank.
And the employees are all
Yeah.
the building now.
That's
And
fancy.
then we
That
ride the
was all
elevator
the
back down. That's one of my favorite levels, definitely.
What discussion?
Yeah, me too.
When?
We also
Very
get a
fun.
really nice view of the city from here, which is very nice too.
No, he didn't tell me.
Guess I can already start explaining that next mission. Yeah, coming up comes one of the biggest mission speedrun. Has like the most history being like one of the hardest missions. What it used to be, like the big reset heavy mission. But these days, after the property law was found, as mentioned earlier, this mission has become extremely trivial and one of the easiest ones in the run. So yeah, I'm gonna load in the mission number 7, Fly Trap, which will be abusing the property load. And essentially what the property load does, in essence, is we're gonna abort the mission at the same time as we reload the previous mission checkpoint, which in turn makes the game confused and allows us to, while we're on the mission state, it still allows us to also be in the free roam state. which then opens up fast travel into any safe house if you want to. Normally during the missions you're not allowed to fast travel, but when now we do the proper reload and we'll be in both reload state and missions at the same time, we're allowed just to teleport around, not having to run everywhere.
It's very similar to the on mission zero things in GTA games, which I'm sure have been widely covered by now.
Yeah. So here comes the skip now. Meteor started the mission, is now going to zip line away from the mission. You see the mission start aborting. Ooh, don't abort.
Yeah.
The mission aborted itself, and at the same time, Meteor reloaded the mission. So now the Xbox should be just blank on the right side of the screen. Usually it tells us that our next objective in the mission, but now it's just blank. It's just a blank screen. Now Meteor is going to do a little Jackie Chan stunt to quickly get down to the street level, which is next to an elevator. Ooh, nice.
Skipped one.
Skip on the vent. Nice. Normally we're supposed to trigger this switch here to get the electricity off and save Icarus from this cage, and then climb this elevator shaft, but because we're in the pre-roam state, the elevator just is here and we can just ride it up. Normally we're supposed to climb around this elevator and go up the shaft manually, but since we're in the pre-roam state, the elevator is just right here. Essentially now
we just leave Icarus.
Yeah, the rest of the mission now is just hitting a bunch of checkpoints to make sure the mission advances. So that door is one checkpoint, and now Meteor, instead of having to run back to the lair for the next checkpoint, is gonna teleport here. Now we do gotta run a bit backwards, so Meteor, we have to hit one more checkpoint behind us. After that, we're just gonna fast travel to the lair again. Funnily enough, the mission is still not over after this. Yeah, normally the lair is now under attack. This is our home base. It's under attack by Kasich, and we're trying to run in to help our friends and all that. But yeah, we're just gonna be fast traveling instead of running everywhere. And now that we get to the lair, we hit the final checkpoint here. Boom, there we go. Now we're in the lair, and there's supposed to be a big gauntlet, like a long fight of like 20 guards. You have to fight one after another. Usually it takes like 2.5 minutes. But because we have the proper reload pre-roam state, we can actually just, once the fight starts, we're just going to fast travel away from here. You see all these guards? Yeah, I'm just going to ignore those. Fast travel away. And now what happens, because we fast travel away so far from the fight area, that the floor and everything below the guards actually just going to despawn. So what happens is the guards they just fall into the void and die from there. And you can actually see it happening in the crosshair in the middle. You're about to see some white dots appearing around that crosshair in a moment. Right?
Yeah, it takes a bit, I think, because the wave takes, they have to drop in.
Yeah.
Give them time. They're coming.
They're coming.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. And that white dot is the mark of, the guards spawning in. They just keep disappearing. The marks just keep disappearing because they keep falling into the void because there's no ground for them to walk on. So they just keep dying one after another. Now we have to wait around for it. There, all the guards are dead now. And now we do what is called a massport. It's essentially the game would want to teleport us back for one more final chase sequence. But we can just interact with the world collectible called an electron chip, which is a forced 4-second animation. And if the cutscene happens during that animation, we actually get to stay on our location instead of having to be teleported back to the chase sequence. And the chase sequence ends after we reach a safe house, and luckily that chip happens to be right next to a safe house, so we just run in and the mission is over.
Another crane, Icarus.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time deciding which safe house would be most optimal. And +6 was just the fastest, the closest distance between the chip and the zone. And there has to be a special thing where you can't spawn in the safe house with and lose Kasich, because if you do, you can't do it. But here we're gonna do something called slingshot. So if I just set this up correctly, I might get it. I probably won't, but I should just fly. So close. But there's a chance of you just landing on it, but there's no consistency with the trick at all. But it's worth going and it's worth showing because just how insane it is and how cool it is. But there's no reason, there's no consistency. There's so many factors that we just can't make it consistent by any means.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Put a bounty on it. Someone will find it.
Maybe one of you guys who's watching, you might, if you show any interest, try it out. It's so much fun. You get like over 100 speed by just hovering down a slope. So easy.
So we're going to do another sequence break here by, you can see the objective is a button up to the left. We're actually just going to go straight past that and do a corner wall run, which is similar to what we did in
Easy.
Release,
Nice.
Yeah, let's go.
because you're just going to go in the direction of your camera. And in this game, that means you can turn a corner and then jump again and stick to the next wall.
It's also because at the end of a wall run, there's a weird state where you're not on the wall, but still in a wall run. And you can jump in like any direction in the 360, and that means you can jump like behind you, or even to like a different wall, or like Heki said, to a different corner. And that allows us to do that trick. And here, oh, if I can get a big C boost. There we go. And just boost over. Pretty cool.
And that makes two of you.
Nice and speedy.
And make it done.
You
Also,
probably
have-
noticed.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I was going to say, you probably noticed by now we don't have a traditional New Game Plus mode. So we're just loading missions from the menu. Which is
I
the
was just
closest
about to say
thing
the
we're
same
gonna
thing.
I wanted.
Yeah. When this game came out, there was a bunch of people that wanted to run it, but they didn't want to do the overworld movement, so we compromised and came up with this.
We do have a mod now that actually kind of emulates New Game Plus. Any percent plus.
That's true.
It's a pretty fun run.
Yeah.
This was all part of an Omnistat desalination plant. Some sections
This mission is pretty bare bones. You're just knocking out a few objectives and moving through. Nothing really special in the first half.
Found the first sentry drone.
This is your favorite mission, right, Meteor?
Yeah, it's just so much fun. There's so much different movement to it. I think we have a zip boost, which is the only zip boost in the entire run in a full game category, but it's still a cool thing to show, and I hope I get that.
keep going. Black November has grown considerably
Nice.
in the last
Yeah.
few years.
Yeah.
A lot of unrest among the Luger
Yeah, here it is.
They will be ready carefully.
Let's go. And we just
Nice.
boost upwards. So when you start a zipline on like the end, going in the wrong direction, the game will boost you up the zipline. But then it'll quickly realize that you shouldn't be going up the zipline and then turn you around. But during that small window, you can just let go of the zipline and just boost away.
Found the doors. I'm out
There
of
you go,
here.
that's encouragement. And now on to Vive, which has changed quite a lot recently. Small little things have been discovered to make it a bit faster, but it's just such a fun run. And
And most of this mission is basically played out of bounds, which is also pretty cool.
District to make my presence top
yeah,
Two little out of bounds sections.
Those extraction routes need to be clear of sentry
That's a
drones
little
when it's
actually,
time to
quite
move.
big.
yeah, we skip a section just coming up in a minute, and we do a thing called Trexpo skip. I'll show you how it works, and then though we can. Heki, you can explain how like the skip before it.
Sure.
How was
So
it?
we used to have a skip here that was not really doing anything game breaking. It was just that the devs left one of the doors interactable early. And so far that's like the only speedrun trick we've had patched, because it was actually a problem for people playing casually and they would just stumble through the door. So we had to come up with this new version right here, which is a lot faster actually, where we springboard out of bounds in a cutscene and go past the door this way, and then we can just climb up and pop back in bounds from the out of bounds area.
You can actually get out of bounds in almost every mission. The hard part is getting back in bounds. It seems to be locked down in most cases, where you just can't get back in.
Yeah.
But here it's simple and easy. We just phase through that wall and now we're back in bounds.
There's also a big issue with triggers and stuff in this game. Like right now, all of this would be completely useless if we didn't have one trigger near the end which updated the mission script, and we call them override triggers. Because it'll just be like, oh, they've interacted with this button, they should be here in the mission, and then it will just continue as normal. And we'll get to that in a bit. But right now we're just, again, exploiting the movement system in a way that it's not supposed to be. And we'll do a small sequence break here by going out of bounds. If anyone else wants to explain this, because I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I can explain it. So there's a lamp there. So normally we would go and do a different thing where we'd like go back in bounds and then do a little climb. But I found that you can just climb that little lamp and do a nice little climb and then just go onto this like a visible box and go into the mission normally. And it skips quite a bit. I think it skips this entire section. And yeah, it's quite nice that we can just skip it all.
And that button that Meteor just pressed was the override checkpoint Heki was talking about earlier. Now the mission is like, oh, he's actually all the way here already. Oh, let's continue the mission from here then. Sounds good.
Yeah. If you run past that button, then nothing's going to happen when you get here. You also have to kind of wait for this because you can go too fast and then it won't go.
Hang on while I turn this thing.
Not really sure what causes that. I guess it doesn't
Being a runner, you could always
want to
become a
work
crane
until it's
operator,
fully
I guess.
down, but yeah, if you grab it before it comes all the way down, you just get stuck.
All right, go deal with the second terminal.
And then again,
Stay on
one
the move.
final skip of this area. This is another one of the early ones that we found by accident. And we just skipped pretty much going all the way around the area like 3 times maybe.
Yeah.
And then we just have to get back in bounds, which fortunately we can do here because this whole area just has a complete abundance. That might be the wrong word. Just has
That's
like a
right,
bunch of
yeah.
collision left over out of bounds.
And we just jump to the ending trigger and that's the mission done.
Nice run.
Very clean.
It's been pretty clean so far overall.
Yeah. I got to Prisoner X, and this is there's not much, but there's some big things that I can mess up, and yeah, we just do a bit different and just skip a bunch of stuff, but we still do it normally.
I'm at the waypoint.
So we normally have to intercept this VTOL, but we sort of just don't. We normally have to chase it, but it sort of chases us because we're so fast that the VTOL is just so slow and has to take this certain route so like new players don't feel like they're behind it, but we can just take a faster route and get it. And there's a trick called a mag boost coming up. I'm hoping I get it because there's no other place to show it, where we can get a boost of speed while getting onto a mag boost and just launch ourselves. So it's just coming up now. So after this door, here, if I just do it just right. I didn't get it.
That's okay.
Sometimes the game will just get stuck on a bit of object, but you basically just springboard and get a bunch of speed and then start the mag and then just launch. But it doesn't save too much time, it doesn't lose too much time either, so it's fine. We can do a little C boost here. Did not get it, but still, we're going to still be a bit ahead of the VTOL.
Normally the VTOL is here before you, but Meteor runs so fast, you have to wait for the VTOL to catch up now. Because until the VTOL gets here, you can't proceed with the mission. You have to ride it.
And normally we would
cutscene. We skip.
we do
I'm at the top of
a
the
death
hill.
abuse to like just while we're in the loading screen, every object is still moving, so we can just wait for it and not lose time because of the load remover, which is a bit heated. People don't really like that use because it's abusing life split, but everybody can do it, so we don't really have anything against it. And right now, if we just jump down here, we hit a checkpoint while dying, so we will respawn and skipping a bunch of different things.
This is one of the few places in the room where you platform downwards, but I guess they didn't really think that people would just jump down into a checkpoint trigger, which we do.
Let's go!
Yeah.
That's the thing with
Nice.
door drop,
Next.
where the door's animation will actually convert our downwards momentum to horizontal and just keep it forward, and we'll just negate all full damage. It's quite a precise trick. I'm glad I got it first try. And yeah, it's just such a cool thing, and it just skips a whole elevator ride. And then here we also skip another elevator ride because there's just a checkpoint down there and we can just jump into it.
It's faster to just die than take all these elevators.
Yeah.
And then one more low float coming up. You saw this in the first mission as well. But for some reason, if you're at the very edge of any platform and then you just hold W and crouch at the same time, the game just allows you to float around. Doesn't like drop you down normally. Just slowly you just float around. That allows us to skip a small section here in this room as well.
Yeah, the game just doesn't know how to react while we're in the like crouch state in midair, so it just sort of lets us just float downwards and it doesn't give us any fall damage. There's not many places because it's quite slow, but where it is used, it saves quite a lot of time.
And like Heki said earlier, we don't usually, travel downwards in most of the missions. The floating really doesn't become a thing. This mission, so we only go downwards. Yeah, useful.
There's a forced combat section, and he's gonna kill everyone pretty specifically. Like it may look like he's just running around and killing random people, but he's doing them in a pretty specific order to spawn one guy up the top. And you can get this nice kick here, and then kick the other guy straight away.
That should be perfectly lined up, so I can just jump now. That's perfect. And now I have to wait, so I think we have some time for donations.
I've been waiting for you to say that. We've got a $50 donation from Christopher, who says, I did AI code for Mirror's Edge Catalyst, and I'm chuffed as all get out to contribute to this, my favorite event of the whole year. I may have had earlier AGDQs on in the background while working on this game back in the day. Such meta. And we have another donation. This is $200 from Slice Lime. I had the honor of working on the dev team for this game. It's one of my most memorable projects. Hyped to see how this run has changed since I last saw it. Thank you to everyone keeping this community alive, and good luck, Meteor, on the run.
Nice.
Dude,
you have time for one more?
Very awesome people. Yeah, one more.
All right, this is $25 from 8-Headed Boy. Had to donate for this very chill Mirror's Edge golf commentary. So relaxing. Thank you for showing off this amazing gameplay.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Y'all are cozy. Y'all are comfy. They like you.
Nice.
It's a straightforward game. It's just fun.
Yeah. So here we just died because there's a bunch of dialogue for this door to come down, but if we just die, dialogue just gets all down and the door immediately opens. And then we can just go straight in. And here's a tight wall boost. If I get it just right, I can go onto the zip line. Nice. And here's a huge boost. I'm hoping I get it because it's such a cool little boost. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I chose. I didn't get it. I still got a fast one, but sometimes you can go flying and just like hit the wall at like 50 meters per second. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's huge.
There's not too much going on in this mission, so I want to quickly say thanks to the devs who just donated and all of the devs who were hanging around with us at Speedrunners when this game launched and pretty much just explained to us how a bunch of things we didn't understand worked. Very nice guys and girls.
Shout outs to all of you. You know who you are.
Yeah, luckily I started when everybody just knew everything, so I didn't really have to learn that much. Just have to follow what other people did.
Could you imagine starting now, like having prop reload and everything, just 2023?
It's so much easier.
I'm doing it right now. So easy. Oh my goodness.
Now there's a little boost. I did get it. Nice. So we can just slide. Just a fun little boost there. And then just sort of the basic.
This is one of those missions where we can float from the very beginning. When you saw the big cavern, you can get all the way down to this area. You just can't get checkpoint, I think, or was it you can't get back in?
The triggers, you have to there's no override, and you have to do every single trigger in order.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't really. I think the elevator doesn't appear until the last one. After you see Noah. I won't spoil it, but he's about to, unfortunately,
Nice. Here comes
It's not going to be in the reboot.
Another vent skip like we did early in Benefact. We kind of just kick into the vent and just allows to pop us right in. Now we're out of bounds. I just need to, once again, put our butt through the wall here to get another trigger within that wall. And then luckily there's a little trigger here, right outside this wall, that triggers the next cutscene as well, which will then bring us back inbound. Skips us having to go through a boring event and a couple of boring just hallways with nothing in them. The rest of the mission is just one big elevator, so if you do have donations, you can do like 3 more here.
I've got you covered. We've got $50 from Hey Corvidae. AGDQ is my favorite way to start a new year. Good luck to all the runners, and don't forget to check if your employer will match your donations. That's a really good idea.
What about Noah?
And we've got $50 from Allison. What a great event. My son gets so excited when he hears it is that time of year again, and we watch it as a family. That's adorable. That's
nice.
cute. Yeah.
It's really cute.
You can do one more.
Sure, I got you covered. We've got a $200 donation from Chelsea and Luke, and they just say to y'all, green heart emoji. I'm not sure why the green heart. And maybe it's the PCF colors. That's what it is. Excellent. Thank you, Chelsea and Luke. Thank you so much for your generous donation.
It may look
you,
like
thank
he
you.
just died there, but that wasn't intentional. It just ends the level faster.
And it also loads family matters faster. Like, it loads instantly. That's why I did it. Because for some reason, it just loads so much faster.
Place is closing.
And for RTA, it's actually faster, but you do the ending cutscene thing just appears while you die, and you save like 2 seconds. But I think it actually loses time, but it's cool. And saves time RTA, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we're past
doing
the
it.
halfway point right now. Just coming up on the end of the game, pretty much.
All right, I'm inside.
Like 2
Please,
of the
all-
missions left.
Good. You need to work your way through the building to the top floor.
And this is the third to last mission with not much real speed tech. It's just you go fast and skip as many sections as you can.
Let's make a mess.
A lot of sequence breaking, like climbing this wall and then doing a quick turn jump, which will always push you to the left.
And remember, top floor,
So,
then
It's
maintenance.
just a very handy way of
I've reached maintenance.
getting over that gap and
When
skipping
you're through, you need to go all
a whole
the way
section
down
of
again.
platforming all the way
From
around the
there, you should
room.
be able to reach the lobby.
So nice 2929 roll.
Guards in Kruger's
so good.
apartment are reacting to the commotion in the museum. Looks like they plan to intercept
If you show this to someone in 2016 and they see you hitting all these B-hops, they're gonna think you're cheating.
So hopefully we've got a thing here. Oh, I had no speed. Oh,
Where did your speed go?
I don't even know. That's
Well,
sad, but
Yeah, a little
that's
thing
the-
Meteor also does here that you might not notice is right to reach these platforms he's jumping towards, he's pressing the core button right before grabbing them. For some reason that gives you just a tiny bit of extra height while midair. Allows us to reach platforms that normally out of reach. It's hard to see, but it happens quite often in the run.
no, we just have to do a long elevator. We've been trying to skip it. I think recently,
The main elevator.
just like before AGTQ, we've been trying to find like a little pipe hole. I know Alex spent so much time trying to find it, but there's just nothing. There's no way to skip this elevator.
Hiding. And Kruger still has no clue why I'm here anyway.
I'm not stopping. I'm gonna continue trying to find it. It's gonna work.
Thinks she can tunnel into
And you should see this. That means we're on the elevator. There's like 4 fake floors. We're already here.
No, I can't.
But
He'll never know.
it has to,
Fate needs to connect me.
do the story and all
door.
that stuff.
Oh, never mind. My bad.
You good, Maz?
I'm okay.
The apartment has a home office.
And
Okay,
maybe
door,
we'll
door.
get Zombie Kruger here. Let's hope not.
Shotgun in place.
But occasionally it just won't let you skip the cutscene early. So I do it correctly. I got it. Like, the game should skip it, but now we have to see Kruger. And he just looks unhealthy.
Zombie.
He's a zombie.
Something Kruger on 6 different monitors.
This is the zombie apocalypse game.
How did he use all those monitors?
Arrive.
That's the real question.
He's a tech wizard.
Did he just jump to it?
Jump to this drain. You can jump from really far away and it will just like pull you over to it for some reason.
I think it's just a cutscene trigger,
Hang
yeah?
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, loading the mission from the menu instead of being taken there directly. For anyone that didn't see the explanation of New Game Plus in this game before. It's pretty much exactly that. Just loading missions from the menu.
Head to the console I've marked for you, and I'll
One other
tell it.
prop reload coming up allows us to do a bunch of skips and makes this mission so much easier. Because previously, when you die, you just get sent back to a tower and lose so much time. But because of prop reload, that thing just doesn't happen. The game will just load you back
I'll tunnel in.
wherever you made a death checkpoint, and it's just so helpful.
Fast getting to each
But
one.
it's so
Just so you know.
annoying because that will ruin the run instantly if that happens. But
I'm there.
luckily, we're good.
Here we go.
Yeah, you have these 3 towers you have to get on top of and trigger them and like get them out of commission basically. Something sort of related. And normally we'd have to run from one tower to the other, and between the towers there's just no checkpoints. So if you just accidentally died somewhere, made a little oopsie, you'll get teleported straight back to the tower. It needs to take like a minute to run from one tower to the other. And with the prop reload as well, we can also just, instead of running all the way, we can
Krugersek have noticed something.
fast travel halfway
Yeah, we
through.
missed it. I was trying to make
tried-
all these people die because there's a trigger where you go outside their radius and they'll all despawn. But unfortunately, I was just a bit so close though. But yeah, it makes it a bit easier.
These platforms can be very unforgiving.
Connecting.
If you climb up one a certain way while it's going up or down, then you just completely clip through it.
Move on to the last one.
And yeah, they're all also very slippery.
Yes. You'll get
Yeah,
sent
that's why it
back
takes
really
time.
far if that happens.
Yeah, we've got a little down action C boost, where it's just a normal C boost, but we press down action so that we don't get too much height.
Whoa.
And you just
Big speed.
Big speed. I'm just gonna create a death checkpoint just before this, just in case. Oh, okay. I saved that. Huh.
Nice save.
I've never done that before, but you know, remove the death screen and then
There we go. There's the 3rd tower. We're gonna fast travel after this, right?
we have to die just because KSEC will spawn. But as soon as we die, we will just remove it because we can't travel to safe houses while under KSEC. So it's boom, they're gone. Teleport to Plastic's lair because that's the closest way to lose KSEC. And that is tickets done. Now on to the last mission of the game.
Well done.
Yeah, once again, normally we would have to run to the closest safe house on the tower, but thanks to the proper reload, we can just fast travel. And
I
that
think I
saves
would-
a lot of time.
We have some time for donations as it's just got a train ride coming up, so a couple of them.
Sure, I've got you covered. We've got $75 from Conduit. Hey, AGDQ homies, so glad to be watching AGDQ this year. So much amazing work goes into these events, and I couldn't be more proud. Can't wait for an epic week of fantastic speedruns. Less than 3. Also, very much looking forward to that Armored Core Project Phantasma run. AGDQ, hey!
Probably almost 500,000 employees have already
Oh,
signed
I
up
love
for
it. I love it. Chat, can I get some hype in the chat from you? I want to see it. I got to see it. We feed on it. We need that.
Messing up the bridge.
I've also got $15 from Lise. Been watching GDQ for a good couple years now, finally donating. Looking forward to that Neon White run. Let's aim for the heavens with that donation total. Yeah, if you like, this game, you're going to love Neon White. You've got some excellent first-person parkouring action.
just the testing bed. If reflection is successful here, they
Is that one more?
One more?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, one more.
Sure. $15 from Braylon. Excited for another great event. Thank you to all the staff and volunteers who helped make this event so memorable. Braylon, it's donations like you that make this memorable. Thank you so much.
Thank you, donators.
So here we're just skipping. We're just skipping a puzzle. So normally you'd have to walk on certain glass that don't break, but we can just walk in between them, and it doesn't. We can just. It doesn't matter. We don't have to worry about it.
And here we go.
So now they know I'm here.
Just pick the elevator up.
Had high alert following the bombing. They'd shoot at
Yep.
anything.
Just a chill little ride to the
What can I
top.
expect at the top?
Expect the control chamber to have some sort of security in place. We've been unable to
Worth
find
noting,
point-
the faster you do this, the better chance you have at. There's a fan up top that you gotta activate with a cutscene.
Mag.
Yeah, the mag.
Yeah, now group, yeah.
It's still spinning. It's spinning right now. Don't miss it.
It's spinning all the time, so as long as you platform fast between the elevators and don't make any mistakes, you should always use the first cycle of the time.
Air density.
If you miss the cycle, then you have to wait a few seconds for the next one.
As well, but
I'll go for this little thing. I don't know if I'll get it.
and you won't go that high.
No.
They did mess it up. Oh, no.
It's quite a tight jump, but it's kind of cool, and I have a bit of time to do it. But you can just skip all the pipes that normally are quite slow. But
I think you did the pipes now.
yeah,
So I have no idea what the cycles are after you died. Because
it will be fine.
You usually die here. One usually does not die in these rooms, but you can make that happen.
It'll be. I can probably barely hit it.
You just missed that cycle. Yeah, we just missed the cycle. Just wait for the next one.
It's fine.
It's okay. It's only a few seconds.
Yeah. And then we got a big pipe climbing section coming up.
We'll skip before it here.
Oh yeah, true. It's a small piece of geometry that we can get onto and just skip this little climb. Just do a little flow here. Didn't fit it, but I can do the back up. There you go. That's all done. Skip.
Firewalls are a joke. My sister could hack through them, and she's even more.
A large portion of this level is just climbing pipes and dodging debris on the way up.
Here we're gonna do a little skip a small little trigger here by instead of going straight to the pipe, we're gonna do a little big wall climb here, and then get on the pipe. That will cause one of the pieces of debris falling from above us to not fall. Normally we'd have to wait for that debris, but since we do a little skip there, we can just keep climbing. Don't have to wait for the debris at all. It will not get in our way.
Just 3 more pipes here and then we're out.
We're about to reach the very final section of the game. This is a very convenient skip. Also a very cool skip.
We're gonna see our first tree of the entire game.
Yeah.
There's this in green. And then we ride another elevator up.
Trees before. It's beautiful here.
Some more pipes. We're gonna explain pipe hole. Before we get there.
Fresh water is fast becoming a valued commodity.
I think Alex should.
That's too
Yeah.
Okay.
The rest of the
You get the honors.
city knows this.
I don't know specifically how it works, except that when you swing on a swing pole, it changes your state. Faith's standing state or whatever, idle state. I'm not sure. I'm not the technical guy here. But if you jump onto a pipe out of the swing pole fast enough, it keeps the state or something, and you're able to infinitely climb upward as if you're not on the pole. And then this will take us right to the end of the game.
Yeah, you basically just the game thinks you're on an infinite pole, I guess.
Yeah.
You just do this for 2 minutes and the game ends.
2 minutes and 22 seconds of just holding W.
The best ending to a speedrun.
Yeah.
The most coincidental lineup of all time.
Yeah, after we get out of this room into the open air, we can see the final platform that is conveniently right above us on the horizon. We just need to climb up there. And the final cutscene of the game, unfortunately, also has a override trigger on the door next to the platform. So for some reason, we can hit the door from outside as well. For some reason, these are all extremely convenient, by the way.
Doors do go both ways. I'm not sure if you know that. You can open from both sides.
True.
Yeah.
You're right. But yeah, so we barely see the platform above us. We're slowly reaching towards it.
This reminds me of another popular game.
What a thrill! But yeah, this is the end of the run. We just hold W for 2.5 minutes and just have to hit the final door. You guys have any closing words as we approach the end?
I want to shout out some big people who really helped just push the runs. Balin has been doing lots of good stuff for years, showing how practice makes perfect, pretty much. He just grinds and really pushes the game. PSP for the original load remover, and Falcon for editing it later on to incorporate some of the other loads and stuff. Shout out you guys. Thank you. All the original runners. Heki's the original guy here. I was a year late.
Yeah. I've seen the start to the current of this game, and it's for a game that
Sorry, I have to cut you this time.
Okay,
Yeah.
and time. There we go. So glad to have this opportunity. That was such a good run. I mean,
What was the final time?
what was the final time?
53:01.
Nice,
Hey.
nice.
Pretty good.
GG.
Yeah,
Stop it, cat! My
we
name.
need to
Sign us out.
reproduce this. Am I starting out?
Yeah, talk us out. Outro.
Oh yeah.
Got some stuff.
Thanks just for this opportunity, GDQ. This has just been amazing. Never thought I'd be able to do this. I'm so glad I get to show off how cool this game is nowadays. Hope some people want to run it. Shout out to my friends and family, whoever, if anyone watched this, that I know. Thank you so much for coming here. To anybody who just loves this game, thanks. To the devs, thank you so much. And the commentators, I couldn't do this without you guys. It's been so much fun. And yeah, everybody, thanks for watching and just thanks for having me. That was great.
Joanna Cruz.
All right. Thank you so much, CodeNameMeteor, everyone in the chat, for what was a surprisingly comfy run of Mirror's Edge Catalyst. That was really fun to watch. I've actually only played the original Mirror's Edge, so I'm kind of excited to maybe go back and give Catalyst a shot. Thank y'all so much for sticking with us. We've got lots of great games coming up. Castlevania Symphony of the Night, All Bosses, is on the way. But in the meantime, I've got some donations for you. We've got $50 anonymous donation. Finally able to donate from the get-go. I can't wait to see all my favorite game has been broken. I wish all the runners the best of luck, and a big thanks to the amazing staff for this event. Thank you so much. We've got a $10 donation from Iggy Zig. What's this? Could it be? Dracula in the game, Dragon Blitz on the stage, and Cardi B on the host mic? This first evening of the event has been an absolute GDQ heaven. Best of luck to everyone on this event all week long, and put this donation towards getting Cuphead on the schedule. Less than 3. We are only $10,000 now, a little less than $10,000 away from Cuphead. Folks, there's 82,000 people watching right now. If you all donated, we'd blow that out of the water. Get your donations in. You do that for just a second, and I'll be right back with you after these messages. Welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2023 online, powered by Twitch. I'm here broadcasting to you live from beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, reading your donations benefiting the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Let's read a few more of those, shall we? We've got $100 from XWatt. Love to see another GDQ event. Won't be able to catch much live, but looking forward to all the VODs. Good luck. Well, good luck to you too, Watt, and thank you so much for your generous donation. You know, it doesn't matter if you're watching live, you're watching Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There's great runs every single day this week. And again, all of your donations all throughout this event are going towards the Prevent Cancer Foundation. We have $100 from Wally X. Hi, everyone. Hi, Wally. Let's fight cancer together. Okay, we're doing that. We're doing that right here today. Let's go. $200 from Creamy Orange. My wife and mother of my 1-year-old son is currently battling brain cancer and is now finally showing signs of progress after 1.5 years of treatment. I feel very fortunate that I'm able to support PCF and such a great cause that impacts a lot of people. Greetings from Denmark. Thank you so much, Creamy Orange. I'm so glad to hear the good news. PCF does amazing work, so thank you so much for your donation. All right, folks, we're still here with you. Awesome Games Done Quick 2023 online. Y'all look like you're having a great time. Chat, you're being extremely cute. As per usual. Nothing new, nothing weird. Thanks so much for sticking with us. We got Castlevania Soden coming up. We've also got a $5.99 donation. That's a fun one from Callie. Did you know that $5.99 is the price of a tier 1 sub? And did you know that it's also the price you don't have to pay if you have an Amazon Prime subscription? You can use your free Twitch Prime sub. Wow, Kaylee, that's such helpful information for the people at home, just in case they're watching the stream and they've been sitting on their Prime account and they didn't even know they could do it. It's so strange that you say that. Really cool that you pointed it out. Thank you, Callie. $50 from TJ. Keep up the amazing work. Go fast. Thank you so much. $7 from Dude Bromancer. It's my birthday today. Happy birthday, Dude Bromancer. Great name, by the way. Having AGDQ to watch during it is fantastic. I just had to donate something. Only a few hours in and all the runs have been great. Let's keep going strong. Folks, thank you so much for sticking with us. I've got something special for you here because I'm about to take you on a journey, a special journey into the prize dungeon.
The prize dungeon. Where I thought you said I had to give it up.
Listen, we made it out. It's okay.
It's too late now. We're gone, but you all are not. So welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick Online 2023. My name is Sent, and as always, I'm joined by the amazing Frozen Flagon Court. How you doing?
Hi, I'm so excited to be here, looking at all these amazing prizes, working on these the past few days. The community talent is just unbelievable.
It's, I'm going to be honest with you. It has been a really stressful couple of days leading up to this marathon, but sitting here, it feels so good. We've already raised over $63,000 for the Prevent Cancer Foundation, which is just mind-boggling. This is an incredible pace everyone is on, and I'm so glad to see it. And I hope you all are getting your donations in, and I hope you all have gotten at least a $50 donation in the day, because we have so many amazing prizes that you can win by donating. Court, let's talk about a couple of them.
Yeah, absolutely. So from Retroframe, we have a series of incredible homemade candles. They all have such a unique scent, and they go with the variety of games that are in the marathon. So this is the Wumpa Fruit Run from Crash, and I really like this one because it smells super coconutty.
What does a Wumpa Fruit smell like?
Apparently, it's an apple mango coconut. Which sounds delightful, and it smells really delightful.
That sounds like a good smoothie, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. We can go get smoothies after this.
I could go for a Wumpa Fruit smoothie.
All right, let's do it.
$5 minimum donation. You could be taking home a lovely Wumpa Fruit smelling candle. From our good friend Ihuatsen, maker of incredible pins, we have this absolutely lovely Master Sword enamel pin. It is fantastic. You've got the Silent Princess flowers adorning the pin itself. Just the level of detail of it, absolutely incredible. Obviously, you can see it's very shiny under our studio lights, trying to keep that under control. But seriously, the level of detail on these, incredible. Thank you so much, Ihuatsen, for sending it out to us. $10 minimum donation. But again, get in a $50 minimum donation today. You do not want to miss out on our amazing day prizes. They're so cool.
Yeah, they're absolutely fantastic. And, reminder, you can always go to GamesDoneQuick.com, click prizes, and you can see what is available when each of the prize blocks close. You got to make sure, if you're interested in anything we're showing you right now, get your donations in before the end of Borderlands, including all of the gorgeous Splatoon prizes that were sent in, such as from Puzzle P, we have an inking of you painting. It's so adorable. I love Puzzle P's style, and she's always sent in a bunch of amazing paintings. So you can go to the website, check that out. $15 minimum donation for that one.
Yeah, friend of GDQ for so long, been doing so many great things for us, volunteering for us at events even, and sending us her lovely artwork. If you've never seen Puzzle P's style before, you should definitely go check out a larger version of that picture. She does these incredible little doodles all around to fill the white space of the painting, and usually sneaks in a couple of words related to the game that the painting is based on. It's super cool. Always so excited to see them. Speaking of longtime friends of GDQ, from Marlo Dobe, we have an incredible hand-thrown Splatoon golden egg ceramic bowl.
I love it so much.
It's a hand-thrown ceramic bowl with like a Splatoon-style, ink. You can see right there, it's got like the Splatoon-style ink design, as well as a golden egg from Splatoon embedded in the center of the bowl there. I just can't believe that Marlo made that by hand.
I know.
Like, I've done some amateur pottery myself, Cord.
Okay.
And I've made some very lovely sculptures that are pretending to be bowls that we keep around out of pity.
But this is professional. I love the idea of this. It's just like never something I would have thought of, but in execution, you look at it and you're like, that is so Splatoon.
Exactly.
That's perfect.
That's what happens when a professional artist takes on a concept. $20 minimum donation. But again, get a $50 minimum donation if you can, because it's going to get you entered into everything we're talking about, as well as some of our day prizes. But to talk about more of the stuff that we have here right in front of us from Minturn Makers, we have this lovely maple rupee trinket tray made out of maple wood. You can see hollowed out here into the shape of a rupee. You can place it on your table. You can place all kinds of other trinkets inside it to hold them. You don't have to use, the old sewing tins anymore. We've got fancy gamer options now. That's what our generation is about.
It's amazing. I would think that I would want to use it as like a ring dish. That's what it fits perfectly for that.
Key bowl, honestly, is where my mind
key
immediately
bowl,
went.
I like that too.
I need something by the door to just throw my keys into. Key bowl.
Perfect.
There you go. $20 minimum donation. But again, $50. I'm telling you, because it's going to get you entered into all of our amazing day. We should just talk. We should talk about it.
You said $50. You said $50, and I'm thinking we got to talk about this gorgeous diamond master sword. It is amazing.
Yep, indeed. This is a diamond painting sent to us by Lady Wiza. You can see that it is framed here. I'm tilting it back and forth so you can just see it shimmer under these studio lights. Absolutely fantastic. Over 50,000 individual bead pieces comprise this image. $50 minimum donation.
It's gorgeous.
From now until later tonight. Make sure to get them in. It's incredible. It's a one-of-a-kind piece of art, and you could have it. Also, a $50 donation is going to get you entered to win a lovely handmade Splatoon skateboard. I wish so much that it could have gotten in here on time. Unfortunately, it's still the holidays. Postal system's a little slow, so no worries at all. But it is fantastic. You can see a lovely picture of it right there. The board itself was shaped by hand. The Splatoon-themed artwork was painted on by hand.
You see those colors, and it's just like, okay, I know exactly what that is. They're so vibrant. It's unreal. It's beautiful.
But it also fits in like a skateboarding sense, right? It's not just one of those things where, we stuck like video game graphics on something. Like that is like a skating aesthetic to it too. Huge fan of it. Thank you so much to Chris McCann for sending that out to us. It's lovely. And from Lalin of Lalin's garden down here. I think I said Lalin's factory or something. That's not where a flower belongs. Flowers belong in a garden, and this flower belongs in your home because it is absolutely incredible. Comes in this lovely glass preservatorium here, along with some fake foliage, fake moss and such not at the base. Just an absolute beautiful piece. This is done, by the way, entirely out of fabrics, if you can't tell from the camera. Yeah.
I can't even tell from sitting like right here. It's just amazing. I don't even understand how you make something like this.
I'm going to be honest. When I got the email, my first thought about these flowers from Lalin was like, this is beautiful. I have no idea how I'm going to ship this to anyone. This seems like an absolute nightmare. And then I was, no. These are, these are made of fabric. They're just beautiful art pieces. And I was like, that's incredible.
I'm feeling better
but also,
about that.
I feel way better about it. But yes, it's a piece that you could have in your home. Again, all three of those prizes are available for a $50 minimum donation. We've got so many good prizes. I said it before, we have the most prizes that we have ever had at a GDQ event, and I am so excited for it. Amazing prizes like from Malcolm Stylo. We have this lovely Ocarina of Time herb stripper. It is a solid stainless steel piece shaped like an ocarina from Ocarina of Time. And you can see it has these holes here. So what is an herb stripper? Well, the idea is you can take your herb of choice, find a hole that roughly matches its size, and by pulling the herb through the hole, you're going to be able to strip off the leaves or whatever you would like from the stem. It's very simple. And you know what? I happened to go get one of my favorite seasoning herbs just around to demonstrate this all for you. Now, of course, Court, I love a lot of herbs.
Absolutely.
I love sage.
We
I
were
love
talking
thyme.
about it before, and we both love the smell of lavender.
Yeah,
so
lavender. We
what were
named
you able
so
to-
many of them.
What were you able to find to show us today?
A pretzel stick.
That wasn't quite what I was imagining.
Yeah, I season with these all the time. So yeah, you just put it in the hole, and then you can strip the herb right off.
I see.
Pretzel stick does not actually work for that. This was even less well thought through than we thought in the moment. I'm going to eat this later.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think that was flawlessly executed, and now we have salt all over our table. So thank you for that.
Excellent. But seriously, beautiful, solid stainless steel piece of kitchen cutlery here. It's got a folded edge at the bottom that you can use to muddle or bruise your herbs as well if you'd like to use.
Or your pretzels.
Again, it's a strong piece of material. It survived the pretzel stick test, an important test for any culinary item for sure. I believe it's a $20 minimum donation from now until the end of Borderlands. Make sure to get those donations in. Again, make sure to get a $50 donation in if you can. You'll be eligible for everything we've talked about, plenty of more stuff, and all 3 of our absolutely amazing day prizes. But, Court, you know what time it is now?
What time is it?
It is time to go to one of the most storied speedrunning games in GDQ history, the game that actually held the record for the most appearances in a row at a GDQ, a game that has been ground to the dust by so many storied runners. We've got Castlevania Symphony of the Night with Dragon Blitz coming up. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it.
Thank you so much, Scent and Flygon, for showing us all those amazing prizes. We're getting set up for Castlevania Symphony of the Night right now. Let me read a few more of your donations. We've got